Hey, welcome everybody. This is the New York Stinking Giants fan here.
And y'all know me, MAF Reactions Point Oh over here. And what we doing today? What we doing today?
We are on the new YouTube channel called the Stinking Sports Entertainment Show where we can talk mostly wrestling, but we're going to throw a little bit of football
Yeah,
and
those stinking giants.
yeah. We had a good season. I'm very proud of my team, but season's over.
I'm,
We on to September.
yeah, I'm disappointed with my team, but we can save that for another video.
Yeah. We gonna let that go. But anyway, this is a new adventure for me. Talking about wrestling, like I was on Mark's channel before. It seemed like most of you guys liked when we was rambling about wrestlers and wrestling. So this is my thanks to you all to keep talking about wrestling. So I'm hoping you guys will like the channel and do your favorite wrestling move and hit the like button. If you want to comment on people, wrestlers, anything that you want me to discuss with y'all, just put it down in the comments down below and I will definitely read to you and react to it.
Yeah, so definitely for the first one. So you saw the Royal Rumble this weekend?
I watched the highlights of the Royal Rumble, so I do know what happened at the Royal
Yeah, because
Rumble.
we're gonna start this first podcast with the Royal Rumble and just go from there.
So, for those of you all that know, Royal Rumble was Saturday night, which
Which I actually kind of like that they're doing the pay per views now on Saturdays.
I don't like them on Saturdays. I'm a traditionalist, as y'all gonna find out in a little while. I like mine on Sundays. Even though we had the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game, I understand all that. But after the football games was over, I would like some wrestling.
What after football's over?
Yeah, football's over. As far as I'm concerned, when the Giants lost, it was over for me. So I'm like in my Bill Belichick voice. We on to September. We on to September. So I'm already gone. I'm already on to September
Wait,
already.
you ain't gonna be doing any scouting when they have the minor leagues.
Only thing I'm really looking forward to is the draft, maybe free agency. That's it. And if we're gonna sign Daniel Jones or keep Saquon Barkley. Other than that, and whatever wide receiver we're gonna get, I'm hoping we get a wide receiver. This time I want a wide receiver this time.
Hey, don't worry, Dallas needs one too.
Oh, well, y'all.
Dallas needs a wide receiver too.
Yeah, well, y'all trade just like we traded ours. Y'all traded yours. So,
But let's get back to this Royal Rumble.
all right. So we got the first match of the night was we got to talk about. I'm gonna say something about Pat McAfee.
Oh, you could talk about him all you want.
Pat McAfee, he was all right on commentary. I heard his show yesterday talking about it was a big surprise and how Michael Cole was in the dark about it, and then Corey Graves was, oh my God, Michael, you didn't tell me that he was gonna be here.
Well, that's
Come
because the
Come
only reason he came back was because college football was over.
The college football's over,
So he was commentating for that.
yeah, he was
Doing the halftime
commentating.
show and their
But let me know if
pre-show.
y'all like Pat McAfee on commentary. Tell me if y'all like him or not. That's another. Yeah, tell me if you like him.
I like him on commentary. He brings the funny.
Yeah, he does. So we had the Royal Rumble match, and the first two competitors in the match was Sheamus and Gunther.
And they're probably gonna have a rematch at WrestleMania.
Well, see, now this is where the rumor mill starts for me. They keep talking about Gunther and Brock and Gunther and Sheamus. So
But Gunther wants to fight Brock Lesnar.
who doesn't want to fight Brock Lesnar? Then they're talking about Bobby Lashley going up against Brock Lesnar every week now. It's just one-upsmanship between Bobby and Brock.
I mean, later in the Royal Rumble, Bobby Lashley did eliminate Brock Lesnar.
He did. And I don't really want to see that match because Brock has only 5 moves. Bobby Lashley has 7 moves. So I really don't want to see that match. That match is going to be, 8 minutes, 7 minutes at the most? Not even 10 minutes.
Oh.
Those are the first two competitors started off. And then I'm going to go through the minutia. And all these other stars came out there. Booker T came out there.
Surprise entrance.
Who else was out there? Logan Paul was out there. The Miz. You had Edge came out there as a surprise
that
entrance.
One was interesting.
That was
Not because of Judgment Day.
Oh, he still wants to kick their butt.
Yeah,
After all this time, he still wants to kick
him
their
and his
butt.
better half.
Yeah, because he wants to kick some butt. Then you didn't have Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that one is a question mark.
Well, the storyline is that he got legit injured when he wrestled. What's the dude from NXT that just came up? The timekeeper guy.
Oh,
Can't think of his name for nothing, but
yeah.
that's how significant they've been portraying him. I don't even know his name. I know who he is. He hasn't been on the show.
Well,
and
he's been on NXT, but
he's on the show, but they don't do nothing with him.
of
Like
course they don't.
Triple H called all these NXT people. Half of them are not even on the show.
And that might be a Vince McMahon move since he's back.
That's kind of scary because he got rid of all these people.
Yeah, he brought them all back.
And Triple H brought them all back. So what does that really tell you about what's going on in WWE? Is who's really controlling the show? Is it Triple H or is it Vinnie Mac?
Well, Vince McMahon just came back.
Well, he could be behind the scenes. They say he's back in his office with that big old pterodactyl head. So he might be in the office doing something. Okay, so we're going down to what? The final. We had the Miz in there. So we had the final. So the final five, give or take a person that I'm missing. We had Gunther.
Who was the MVP of the War Rumble?
Which he was, because he was in there the longest.
I think it was an hour and 17 minutes.
I think he's been the longest one in there so far.
He broke Rey Mysterio's record.
He broke his record. Yep. So
I don't know if he has most eliminations in one match.
I don't think he has most eliminations in there. But that's another good question. Who had the most eliminations? I want to say
I think it was Kane.
Kane did at one point at one time. And this one, I want to say
I think it was Gunther and talking about the Royal Rumble, I think it was Gunther.
Maybe it was Gunther, and maybe it was because he was in it the longest. You know, he did eliminate some people because you had Braun Strowman in there, and you had the other chubby dude. What's his name? The big chubby dude, the Olympic dude. Him and Chad Gable a tag team.
Oh yeah.
See what I mean? See all these people's names, they don't use them.
They don't.
They don't use them. So I'm forgetting half the names that was in there.
What's his name? Ricochet and the Braun Strowman are tagging together.
Yeah, they're supposed to be going after the Usos, but we'll get to the Usos later. Yeah. So we had, what would I say? We had Seth. We had Logan Paul, Gunther, and we had the eventual winner, Cody. And then we had Austin Theory as the last five. So then if you eliminate all the minutia, that was all in there. So it ended up being Cody and Gunther.
And that was actually really good.
That was an actual good one-on-one encounter. That was probably one of the best shows
at the Royal Rumble.
At the Royal Rumble.
Because they went for a good maybe 10 minutes.
Yes, they did. And it was a pretty decent show. Cody really impressed me. Even though I'm not a big Cody fan, he impressed me. Gunther is really impressing me. I like Gunther.
How do you not like Cody Rhodes since he came back?
Cody is a joke. I'm sorry, y'all. Cody's a joke. Cody's a joke. He was a joke when he was Stardust. Well,
of course it was a joke when
he was a joke in AEW. He just built the company and ran away like a punk. Okay? He just ran out.
Who was the other guy that he was fighting?
Who? Cody?
His faction. See, that's how irrelevant these people are.
Oh, the faction, the Nightmare family or whatever. With his brother.
No, it was the faction. That's what their group was called. When he was fighting against them. That was a joke too.
That was.
Because that's when I was watching AEW, and I was like, he beat this guy.
Yeah, man.
And the dude from the faction should have won the match and built them up.
Yeah, but
I mean they're a joke anyway.
Yeah, you know how Tony Khan is. We know how Tony Khan and those brothers over there in AEW.
Let's not talk about the trios titles.
We're not going to no. I think that is a joke too.
Yeah, it is.
Why is there so many? We'll get to AEW and the titles. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that on another.
We'll
pod.
get to that.
On another pod.
So then we had Cody winning, and then after everybody wins the Royal Rumble match, what they do? They point to the sign. We on the road to WrestleMania. So Cody is going to wrestle, obviously, Roman Reigns. So the question is, for you fans out there, how excited are you to see Cody versus Roman maybe one night? One of the nights in WrestleMania, because they already announced it's going to be 2 nights. One of the main events is going to be Cody versus Roman. Would you put that on Saturday? Would you put that on Sunday?
I might put it on Sunday.
Would you really watch it? Do you really care? Do you already have your mind made up that Roman's going to win? Do you think Cody's going to win?
No, I think Cody. It all depends. Is he going to be a part timer?
Cody?
No.
Roman
Reigns. Is he going to be a part timer? Because if he's going to be a part timer, we take the belt off of him.
That's the rumor too, that he's going to be a part timer.
Because Cody Rhodes was supposed to win the belt before he got injured.
That was another rumor.
That's another on the rumor mill.
Rumor mill, yeah, that Cody's supposed to win it, but I just, in a way, I kind of want to see it, but I just got this feeling that Roman is going to cheat.
Are you sure about that?
What is Eddie? Lie. We cheat. We steal. He might have to do something like that.
That's Rey Mysterio's son.
No, that's Eddie. Eddie started it, y'all. Y'all know Eddie started it, y'all. Eddie started it.
But if anybody's taking that gimmick, it's Dominic Mysterio.
That joker. But we'll get to him in a little bit too. So, like I said, y'all, what y'all think about Roman versus Cody Rhodes?
That's gonna be a match to see. Depending on what happens at Elimination Chamber.
That's why they call him MAF. Reaction. That's the reaction you're gonna get. All right, so the next match on the card was it was the women's one or the Bray Wyatt. So we'll skip the women because I think Bianca Belair is a monster. I love her. I love her. Yeah, I love her to death.
But the only thing I don't like is she could legally use her hair as a whip.
That is funny to me. That is funny to me. She be tripping people up. She be whipping them. And then they be using it on her, like they would throw her over the rope, and then have her looking like a noose and hang her and choke her and pull her hair and all that. I'm like, wow, but she can do a lot of creative things with that hair.
With that hair,
but
there wasn't much to note on the women's match.
Yeah, that match only lasted 8 minutes. 8 minutes. That's all it was. That's all it was. It was.
Ripley won, and they're trying to make her the next Chyna.
That's at the Women's Royal Rumble, but yeah, I can see that.
I mean, that's what they're building her up as, the next Chyna.
I don't know.
That's what the rumor mills are saying. But she said in the post-match interview that she's not the next Chyna.
I don't think she's nowhere near the next Chyna. She's a very good competitor. A lot of people like her looks. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with her look.
I mean, she kind of has the Chyna look.
Yes, she does. But like I said,
but she don't want to be Chyna.
She don't want to be Chyna, and I don't mind her, being a dominant force like Jade in AEW. I kind of want her to be the Jade of WWE, where she's unbeatable. But
she needs to be on her own.
Yeah, I can kind of see it being on her own, but I think with her in the faction, that'll get her over with a lot of fans. That would be my reason why I would keep her with Dominic and Finn Balor and what's the other dude's name? Golly, I see these people. They don't put them on TV. That's why I don't know their names.
I know the dude because
I know his name too. But anyway, so then we have the joke of the night. That's what I'm gonna call it. The joke of the night, which was
with the botched ending.
Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. And it's supposed to be a dark match. And
nothing of it was
bums.
Nothing about it was dark.
Come out with what is it called? The black light? I ain't seen the black light since the early 80s. And they come out with neon face paint, neon ring ropes, and neon trunks. Wow.
And it was a joke.
Bray Wyatt no-sold everything.
Well, that's his character, isn't it?
That's what character is he this week? That's my point.
Well, what was Uncle Harper was that new mask he was wearing. Well, that's what the rumor mills are saying.
I don't know who he is this week. Is he Bray? Is he Wyatt? Is he Uncle Howdy? Uncle Hootie? What is he? He said the Fiend is dead. Is he the Fiend? Is he the...
No, but it's supposed to be...
Is he Mr. Rogers from the Playgrounds Playhouse?
The mask that he had
mm-hmm.
was supposed to be tribute to Harper because he passed away.
Oh, okay. I can see
Brody
that.
Lee, but
Brody
Harper,
Lee.
yeah.
Brody Lee, but it's Harper.
That was
Yeah,
the type
okay.
of mask he had was.
Okay, I can see that.
At the end of the match, but that match was a joke.
But yeah, I think that's what I heard is that that's why he's killing Bray. Because of Luke Harper, because he doesn't want to
I saw that.
He doesn't want to bring that persona back, because of Brody Lee. So I get that if he's not the Fiend this week, or maybe
the Fiend is dead.
Or the Fiend is dead.
When they had the match at Royal Rumble, I'm just kidding. When they had the match at WrestleMania, years ago before he left, he said the character is dead.
Okay, so I get that part, but that match was really WWE. If I had to pay if I had to pay for it,
and then did you see?
I would have asked for a refund.
But did you see the botch at the end of the match?
Oh, when Uncle Howdy jumped and missed?
No, it's not that he missed. It's the angle that they used showed the botch.
Yeah, they did show the botch, which I'm like, what was that? What was that all about?
And supposedly Uncle Howdy is his brother, Bo Dallas.
Well, I don't know what they doing with that. I don't know what they doing with that story. I don't understand it. So if you wrestling fans understand it, help me, help you,
help us
understand
help me.
Okay, y'all, help me understand it because I don't get it. I don't
get it either.
I don't know. So then we have after that match, then there was a concert.
The concert was so bad I didn't even see it.
They just said I was watching YouTube. They said that the concert was so bad.
How bad was it?
They're not even putting it on the YouTube channel.
Not even on the network?
Not on nothing. You might can still see it if you watch The Cock, as Pat McAfee will say. If you watch The Cock, you can probably see it. Or if you might see it on YouTube.
Yeah, if you search for it.
If you search for it. But supposedly they didn't like that segment at all. That was one of the worst segments. I don't see why they bring all these music personalities in there.
Well, I mean, WrestleMania, I can understand WrestleMania. But it's like all these other pay-per-views, nah.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I don't care if you're doing a concert or
cool.
wrestling. I don't want to see that. I'm not paying my money to see no concert. No.
Now,
wrestling is what I want to see.
If it's part of somebody's intro, because they want to do something spectacular to build the character up for a pay-per-view, that's one thing.
I can see that.
Or
but
NXT special.
I can see that, but still, I wouldn't pay for it. I would not pay for it.
Not just for a concert.
No. And then we have the Women's Royal Rumble, y'all.
I think
Women's Royal Rumble was okay.
I think we kind of touched on that earlier.
Yeah, because Rhea won. Nia Jax showed up. And then we had Doodoo drop.
Are you sure
and their name is changed to Piper.
That's
Piper something.
Well, that's because they're doing the NXT World or whatever they're calling it. Because they killed the UK. Because they did the World Domination takeover in WWE.
So she won. And then the main event. KO.
Whoa. We forgot about the women's match.
We did. We said, what you call it won? Rhea Ripley won.
No, I'm talking about the women's title match.
Oh, we talked about Bianca.
Oh, her. Okay.
Bianca won. Bianca won. See reaction. All right. So like I was saying, Roman. The last match was Roman and KO. And I think Sammy was out there. Paul was out there.
The whole Bloodline was out there.
The Bloodline, I'm just naming names, the people that they put on TV all the time.
But before we get into that, do you want to go back to SmackDown? Because they were teasing it.
SmackDown, I didn't like the fact that he was like, because remember SmackDown, remember the Usos, they got to the arena. And they drove up, and then all the rest of them went in,
and then
Jay and Sammy was out there. He was like, "Anything you need, I got you." Blah 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 blah. Oh, okay.
Now was this before he fought Sikoa?
This is before,
because when he fought Sikoa,
that's Sammy came out there and helped Sikoa. Was it Sikoa won?
No, but he had the chair, hitting him with the chair.
But this he hit him with the chair. This is after.
KO was hitting Sikoa with the chair on the outside, and he was trying to hand it to Sami Zayn so he can have a crack at him.
Right. So that was on Friday.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was Friday.
So they were already teasing that
Yeah.
the whole thing, but he's like, I don't know.
Right. So then we get to the championship match, which on paper everybody knew that Kevin Owens was going to lose. Everybody knows Roman Reigns is not losing the belts no time soon.
Not until maybe WrestleMania.
I don't even think he's losing it. I don't know when he's going to lose it.
I think WrestleMania is when you probably should lose it.
He should lose it because usually what WWE does, if they do keep a champion, they usually do it from WrestleMania to WrestleMania. Usually. They'll do it that way. Sometimes they'll break it up at like SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble or something like that. But for him, it's about time for him to lose. It's been a year now, and I think the people are sick of Roman Reigns. I'm one of the people that are sick and tired of Roman Reigns.
But it's time for somebody else to hold the belt.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of him.
And at the end of the match, then they tell you nothing.
Yeah, I mean
There's so many storylines that you could build from the end of that match.
So at the end of the match, like I said, we know Roman won, and then they beat down Kevin Owens. They handcuff him to the rope. They super kick him, and they super kick him, and they super kicked him.
No, but the Jay, he's like, nah, I'm not having none of this.
But see, that was after Sammy hit Roman with the chair.
Yeah, because he's torn.
He was torn. He was like, that's enough. You know, you beat him down. You beat him down enough already. That's enough. Let him go. And it's beneath you, is what Sammy said. It's beneath you. So he said, okay, you do it. Sammy grabs the chair. He's contemplating. Oh, no, Roman. Oh, no, that's my boy, even though we've been beefing lately
all
that.
They've been friends for who knows how long.
Right. They come to find out that after the Royal Rumble, they both flew out to Jay Briscoe's funeral.
Oh, that's dope.
They bought right after that.
Jay.
So think about that. The last image of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was laying in the ring. Soon as the TV went off the air, they jumped up, ran to the back, took a plane, and went to Jay Briscoe's funeral.
I'm surprised they back to Jay Briscoe. I saw a clip after he passed that one of the commentators in WWE made mention to him passing. Even though he never wrestled in WWE.
I think they do a salute to him on one of the shows last week. I know they did it on AEW, of course, but I could have sworn I seen in memory of Jay Briscoe.
I think they did.
They did do that.
Because if you don't know this, Triple H really wanted them to come to WWE.
I'm starting to hear that. I'm starting to really hear that they were supposed to be in WWE.
Or they had a tryout
or something like that. But, I think New Japan was calling, so they just decided to go to New Japan and do their stuff over there, New Japan and ROH and all that. So rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. I think they got a GoFundMe going where they've raised thousands and thousands of dollars and everything. And then all the wrestlers have, tributes and everything like that.
And I don't remember what's his daughter's name, but his daughter also passed away too, and that was in the accident. So
yeah, I know. At one point, at one time, I know they said that the lady died, he died, and the children was in critical condition.
Yeah, one of them did pass.
So one of them did pass. Okay, so that's an update for me. So rest in peace to Jay Briscoe's daughter. Watch out over everybody. When y'all up there, watch out over all of us up there, and y'all pray for them and pray for their families.
They just won the ROH titles, tag titles.
Yeah, they beat FTR. They beat FTR. So shout out to them and everybody over there on that side. My heart's out for them.
But the thing was, so back to the image, Jay Uso walked out of the ring.
He walked away. He did walk out. So
when they started beating
up on Sami Zayn, Jay felt some type of way, and he was like, "I can't do it. I'm out.
That's my homeboy.
Right.
Because he's been vouching for him since day one.
Then he ended up putting some stuff on Instagram and Twitter,
About
blood emojis and run it back and
if people are saying he quit.
Yeah. Then they said he's silent. So
the question that I have is how they're going to spend this.
Well, they could spend it.
The thing is though is because you could have Sami Zayn and KO fight for the tag titles.
You can.
And then Jay turns on his brother and helps them win the titles.
Well, I would say he would turn on Roman. I think that's where they're running back. If y'all ever seen it, I'm not gonna say ever seen, but when y'all see the
when they were first doing the Bloodline.
Well, no, they when Jay and Roman was going at each other.
Yeah, and when they were starting to do
right when before they started the Bloodline, and then that's when Roman made him say, acknowledge me and all this other stuff. So Jay might end up going up against Roman.
I doubt it.
Down
the road, but I don't think it's gonna be at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be for the tag titles.
Well, it could be something that they do. I forgot what because it's Elimination Chamber. Then I think it's Mania. Then whatever pay-per-views after that. So
they're teasing Sami Zayn and Roman at
Elimination Chamber. Yeah, because that's in that's in him and Kevin's hometown. That's why they.
But I don't think he's going to win. But
he's not going to win. I mean, come on. We know he's not going to win. That's why it's almost like, do you really want to see it because you know he's not going to win? So why even bother watching it? Number one,
it's to play out the story because they might have something in the story to play out with the story.
I mean, if the end of the story is Sami Zayn is the new champion, I get it, but we know that's not going to happen.
They're going to fight for the tag titles. I think.
Okay. Well, if they do the tag titles, okay, I can see that. But then, what was the purpose of if that was the case? Feud with Jimmy and Jay, not Roman. Or
we'll find out. We'll find out on Friday what the outcome of this.
Yeah, we'll find out on Friday. So stay tuned to SmackDown on Friday because they didn't want to go into Raw because they didn't say nothing really. They didn't say nothing really on Raw.
Except about Cody challenging for the title.
Yeah, that basically.
But but they didn't have to say nothing because we already knew they were going to fight for the undisputed Universal WWE Championship, whatever.
Yeah, so Cody started off the show yesterday. He started off the road to WrestleMania, as they say. He came out there, I was 18 years old in OVW, and I saw this gleam of light in my eye, and I knew I was going to be the champion in 2 years, and that never happened. And then I became the IC champion.
And brought back the old
I brought back the old IC belt, brought it back to prestigious levels and all this. And I went over to AEW, and I started up this company.
Wait. He actually made mention of AEW?
He didn't say AEW. He made mention of the situation. So he did one of those type moves. You can't say each other's name on each other's show.
Well, I mean, in AEW, they have to.
Then he came back and was like, I came back a year ago because I'm going to keep my father's name alive, and I'm going to be the champion, and and he proclaimed to be going after Roman for the belt, which we already discussed a little bit before when the show started, that he's going after Roman for the belt. And then Judgment Day comes out. Now, this is the part that's tripping me out about Judgment Day.
Oh, no.
So,
but aren't they supposed to be feuding with Edge?
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So, Dominic comes out, and Judgment Day comes out. So
with his Conad persona,
and then Ben Balor was like, "Oh, you know what? You doing my moves, and you acting like me from the Bullet Club days." And so Ben Balor's bringing up the Bullet Club days. Then he was like, then here comes Mysterio. He comes out and says, "Well, yeah, you owe me an apology because you threw me out of the Royal Rumble."
Oh, because they teased it because he brought his. Yeah, I remember because they brought his. I saw the highlights. So he brought his mask.
He brought this fat mask out there.
He took his mask out there to say that, hey, I just took out my father.
Right. So then it was like, you owe me an apology, and your father's a has-been, and Cody was like, well, I respect your father. Then Dominic says, I don't respect your dad, and
that
everybody
makes
got to
sense though, because
ooh.
it makes sense now that he joined the Judgment Day, because Edge back in the day and Rey Mysterio tagged together and had a brief stint with the tag titles back in the day.
Yeah. So then
that makes sense now.
And then Damian Priest, that's his name.
Damian Priest.
That's the see. Now I'm starting to remember because he was out there last night. Damian Priest.
Yeah, Priest.
He comes out there, he's talking his smack, and then next thing you know, Edge comes out. Edge comes out. He beats up Judgment Day, and Cody's in the ring, and Cody comes out, and then Cody and Edge are fighting Judgment Day. Then next thing you know, Rhea Ripley, she interferes. Next thing you know, she gets speared by Beth Phoenix. So now,
Beth. So they're setting something up.
They're trying to set a mixed tag team match. Edge and Beth, maybe Dominic and Rhea Ripley, or maybe Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, or Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. So they're trying to set up for a mixed tag team match.
When on Raw or at the next pay-per-view?
It could be the next pay-per-view because Rhea is not fighting for no titles till WrestleMania.
Yeah, she's not.
And then and from what I'm understanding, they're not participating in. I don't think they participate in the Elimination Chamber. So that could be a match for Elimination Chamber.
I don't think they're doing the SmackDown Women's title in Elimination Chamber.
No, I think it is. I think they're having a number one. It's it's everybody, contender. Not number one contender, but everybody that's supposed to have the 5 or 6 wrestlers, and they're wrestling to see who's going to be in the pods at Elimination Chamber
for a number one contenders match or something like that.
Right.
But they might slip up and they might do something with the Intercontinental title or the U.S. title.
Well, I know they're teasing the main event for Elimination Chamber as all the people that's in the men's Elimination Chamber is going after the United States title. Okay, so they're not doing nothing with the heavyweight as of this second.
They're not, because they're teasing Sami Zayn.
They're teasing, right, but they haven't announced. So we'll see what happens on Friday. So maybe that might be the big announcement on Friday, is that Sami and Roman are going to fight at Elimination Chamber. That could be a tease for
now. The question
Friday
is,
night.
If that's the match, is Jay going to be on his side? Which side is he going to pick?
That's another question.
Is he going to be on Sami's side, or is he going to be on Roman's side?
Well, that's the question of the day. What side is Jay on? Whose side is Jay on? Whose side is Jay on?
Because you can have Jay and Kevin Owens on Sami Zayn's side, and they got 2 for on Roman's side to even the odds.
Yeah, you could have it that way. Or they might do a 6-man tag on SmackDown. They could do a 6-man tag on SmackDown. Jay, Kevin Owens, and Sami, Sikoa, Roman, and Jimmy. Yeah, 6-man tag.
And that's the other thing too. Sikoa needs to go on his own. He needs to go on his own.
Yeah, he does. But I mean,
he's like the enforcer,
right? So I mean, unless he's going after Theory or Bobby or Gunther, I mean,
him versus Gunther would be a good match.
Right, but see, the thing is, they're not doing nothing like that. They should, but they're not.
They're building him as the enforcer.
Right, exactly.
He's building them like Umaga.
They're building them like that, but at least if they do it like Umaga was going after the main event. He was a main eventer. He was a main eventer when Umaga was coming up. He was a main eventer. He was fighting the main events. And if they're trying to build him up, they're not even building him up to the Intercontinental Championship right now.
Well, he just came to WWE about it maybe a year ago, if that.
Right, but
so,
I mean
he's brand new to WWE.
But then he's not gonna. Then I wouldn't say put him by himself just yet. I wouldn't say put him by himself just yet, but maybe he does. But
I mean, when he was in NXT, he was. So you didn't see him on NXT, but he was running. Ran shot through.
Yeah, but it wasn't none of his family members in NXT. They all was up in WWE. So it would have been different if somebody was in NXT. They probably would have paired him up with somebody.
They should have.
Yeah.
But he was doing run shot. Then when the North America title,
Right.
which was botched to begin with.
Right.
The next, cause after he showed up on SmackDown, they made him release the title on the next episode of NXT.
Right.
They just let him keep the title.
Right. So then we had on Raw. I'm going out of order here.
Yeah,
So I'm going out of order. I'm going out of order. So then they had, let me see, they had the VIP lounge. So the VIP lounge had MVP, and it had Austin Theory.
So they're teasing. So are they teasing the Hurt Business coming back?
In a way, yes, and in a way, no. Bobby Lashley ended up coming out, so maybe that's
Well, of course, because that's the only way that he got reinstated.
Right.
Because of MVP, from what I've been seeing.
Right. So maybe they're teasing the Hurt Business that way because he was defending Bobby, and he was telling theory that he can't beat Bobby. And
well, that's the only way that he could come back because he needed somebody in his corner.
Right. So
and then my question is, if the Hurt Business comes back, what are they going to do with Omos?
Well, the rumor is that if they do bring the Hurt Business back, he's supposed to be a part of it. So, and I think if it's the Hurt Business again, it's not going to be the Hurt Business that you think of. It's just going to be Bobby and maybe Omos and MVP. That's it. That's the Hurt Business.
Well, you're not going to have the other two?
No. They're not on the show. They're not on the show enough. They're not on the show enough. They're already trying to split the Street Profits up. So, no.
Whoa.
They both got singles matches
They're
next week for Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
So one of them is going to be in the chamber.
Possibly if they win, because I think one of them is supposed to fight Boobs, and then the other one's supposed to fight Elias.
Well, Elias is going to the chamber.
But then, okay, so that means that the Profits are not going to be in there, according to your reaction. I don't know.
I mean, come on.
Like I said, they're about to break them up already, put them in singles competition already. So that's another thing that happened on Raw, y'all.
That's my team, though.
Yeah, they going for the single. They going singles. They going singles. What can I say?
That's travesty.
So Bobby ended up spearing Austin Theory. Mm-hmm. MVP ducks out the way, and he ended up spearing Theory. So from what I understand, they, like I said, they're going to have the participants for the Elimination Chamber are going for the United States belt. So that's what happened.
They might have a women's.
They are. So Carmella came back last night. Carmella came back. Asuka, y'all. Asuka.
Well, she was in the Royal Rumble.
Carmella wasn't, but Asuka was. And Asuka, she was doing good. She was doing her thing. Now
so they're gonna have a number one contenders. You think for the?
No, they're still doing the women's side too, where everybody is wrestling for a spot in the Elimination Chamber.
I know, but are they doing the Elimination Chamber for
the men and the women?
I'm talking about for the women's title.
Yeah, whoever wins the Elimination Chamber. Whoever wins the Elimination Chamber is going to WrestleMania to fight Bianca, because remember, Rhea's going after Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
So whoever wins the women's Elimination Chamber is going to WrestleMania to get Bianca Belair.
Oh, Belair.
Yeah. So Asuka is a heel. I like her as a heel. She reminds me.
She was doing stuff with Alexa Bliss before she went off television.
Right. So
and then Alexa Bliss is still working with, I don't know, the Bray Wyatt stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's the last. Piece.
But I like Asuka as a heel. She's heelish.
That's what she needs to do.
So that should be interesting to see the transformation Asuka makes from a good girl to a heel. Call her a good girl. Yeah. I'm not gonna call her a face. I'm gonna call her a good girl. Okay, good girl.
Oh.
So then we have I'm gonna put the Cody main event in there. I know some other stuff had happened. We got the Miz to talk about.
We don't need to talk about the whole show because
Miz was funny because Boobs beat up Miz in about five seconds.
So he's in the match.
Boobs is in the Elimination Chamber match. He's fighting one of the Prophets. I think it's the big one. I think it's it Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah,
Angelo Dawkins is the heavy set one. So I think Boobs is fighting him, wrestling him, And then the other prophet is supposed to go with the fight Elias.
But
From what I remember.
I think Elias is gonna make it, but the other prophet, I think he's going. They should have not had them fight each other.
But that was
because I think because both of them should make it to.
I mean, think about it. Name a tag team in WWE they haven't split up.
That's hard. Because you can't even say the Usos because they split them up for a minute.
Thank you.
But that's because they're dealing with.
And then the New Day, they've been split and back together and split and back together and split and back together.
It's because of injury, but technically, they were split because.
But then they the NXT Tag Team Champions.
No, but what's his name got injured? Big E got injured. when he had his singles run.
Right. Yeah. So and then now then the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Well, that's good for the NXT brand.
No. They've been on there 10 plus years. Why go back to developmental?
To build the brand.
Don't you got stars to do that? That's why Triple H brought all these people back.
But they're bringing them to the main roster. Every one of them.
Just to do a segment on Raw or SmackDown, that you're not defending the titles.
Maybe they're doing it to bring more awareness to NXT. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not. I know about NXT, but I ain't watching it. If you're trying to get people like me to watch it, I'm not watching it. I have no reason to watch it.
I don't either.
So there you go.
I mean, let's watching the Braun Breaker. That's the only reason to watch NXT.
Well, I keep hearing about Braun Breaker, so I really want him to come up to the main roster so I can get a good look at him. Good look at him.
If you watch his stuff in NXT, he's doing some stuff.
Okay. All right. I believe you. They're hyping him up.
That's the only one that I would say if you watch NXT, watch out for Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Anybody.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of NXT because a lot of filler matches. I don't understand the title situations.
Mm-hmm. Well,
because the women's title, because she got fired.
NXT, don't ask me.
I don't watch much NXT. It's just like AEW when they have the stuff on YouTube. I don't watch much of that either.
Well, I try to watch AEW as much as I can.
I don't know if they did it already, but they're supposed to be having their 100th episode of Dark.
Oh, okay.
On YouTube, it might have already came out.
Well, I don't do Dark. I mean, I do Dark on occasion.
But the thing is, though, they used to be that you gotta watch this guy on Dark,
and then see him on the main roster. But then they don't promote nothing.
Sky, most people didn't know who he was after they lost the tag titles because all of his matches were.
Once he lost the TNT, was it the TNT belt?
No. When he lost the tag team belts because they were.
No, I paid it. No, when he lost the TNT belt, that's when he fell off.
No. But when he lost the tag titles, because they were the.
Yeah, I remember that. I still watched him because he ended up winning. He ended up winning the TNT belt.
No. He went to Dark.
No, he didn't.
No. He was on Dark, and then he challenged for the TNT title the first time when Cody had. It's like, who is this guy?
No, because he won. Because him and Christopher Daniels was the tag team.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And he went to
he went to Dark. So he was like, he had all these wins on Dark. I had no idea where all these wins came from when he saw him on Dark.
He was winning because he was trying to climb the ladder to go for the TNT.
I understand that, but when he was in Dark, when he went to Dark and then fought for the TNT title the first time, no, I didn't know where all these wins were coming from.
Oh, well. Maybe that's what it was. I thought he did most of his stuff on AEW.
That's the thing, though. It's like you have, I think they kind of changed it. But you had all these people on Dark, and they're trying to force you to watch their YouTube channel, and then to see what these people are doing on the main roster. But I think they're having the ROH title on their 100th episode. It was one of the matches I saw on there.
Hey.
I was like,
Okay, that's fine. As long as it's a good match. I mean, AEW is mostly high flying and jump flipping and awesome moves. So hey, if that's what AEW gives me, like that's different from WWE, I'll take it. I'll watch it. Trust me, I'll watch it because I do like AEW to a point.
I'm not the biggest fan. They got too many titles.
See, that's your only thing is too many titles. I didn't mind. This is where my old traditionalist comes in. Back in the day when WCW had every title they had every singles title and every tag team title, I didn't mind it at all. because every week there was a title on the line. It wasn't never always, all right, let's go to pay-per-view. Let's go to pay-per-view. It was always doing the shows during the week, they defended the title. And even though the title changed more often, I liked it that better.
But the other thing, too, is because they absorbed the NWA.
Right.
So, I mean, they had all the titles because of NWA.
Right. And then they somewhat scaled back the titles and all that.
Like, it's just too many, because that's what Triple H, Triple A, that's what they do. They got all the titles. They got intergender tag team titles.
Right, I don't.
And then they got tag team titles. They got a whole bunch of titles. And then New Japan got so many titles.
Yeah. But as long as you get a little piece of extra cheese in your pocket, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the one thing I can say I do like about how New Japan does it is there's one company that kind of how they had NWA. They had all the titles, but it was this one organization and a whole bunch of territories.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I do with New Japan, because over 2 or 3 different companies that all share the titles.
Right. So yeah, like I said, I don't have a problem. I don't have a big problem with AEW and 20,000 titles. I don't have a big problem with it. You just got to keep up with the titles, and you got to keep it with the people holding the title. Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest problem.
It's too much.
Biggest problem. So
what's your final thoughts?
Well,
on the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble itself,
the actual pay-per-view.
I'm 50-50 on it. I mean, part of me was okay with it, with some of the outcomes.
But let's do it like this. What is your rating of a scale of, let's make it easy, 1 to 5 scale of your thoughts on the Royal Rumble this year?
5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Yeah. Or is it middle of the road?
I would give it a 3.5. 3.5. I'm not gonna give it a 4 because of Bray.
Yeah, because that match was
that was a horrible match. The Bianca Belair Alexa Bliss match,
Because I don't like what I can say this much about that match while you're on it. I don't like the way they're tying the Fiend with her character.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like same thing with the Fiend. It was with the same thing I was saying about Alexa Bliss. What is that?
But the thing is, though, it's like, what are you gonna do with the character if she's not working with the Fiend?
I mean, I liked it her when she first came back. Probably, I think it may have been September or October, when she was there right after her and Oscar kind of split up. I liked it her then, because she wasn't worried about the Fiend. She was all about trying to get some respect, trying to get the women's title back. She was all about that
until you start seeing his symbols.
Yeah, and then as soon as they announced him coming back, ever since they announced Bray coming back, then all the crazy BS comes back.
The last little piece of the Fiend.
I mean, I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
I don't get that either. The Men's Royal Rumble,
I thought
was good.
It was actually good.
It was good. I mean, for the participants that were in there and the guys that were in there.
And I did like the way they're building up Gunther.
They are. I like the way
they're building them up.
I like the way they're doing. Like some of the storylines that really came out of it. I mean,
you might have a match. You might have another rematch for the last match for the Intercontinental title.
You can have that one. You can have Seth and Logan Paul. You can have that as a match at WrestleMania if you want to break that off.
Yes, I mean, so much you could do with it.
Yeah,
with the potential storylines.
Yeah, with the storylines and everything. Like I said, you can do Gunther and Cody again. You can run it back before, maybe between now and I would probably say I would say do it for elimination. I would say set it up for Elimination Chamber, but since they on different brands, might be a little hard. But yeah. So and then you got
my question to you is: are they really doing the brand split?
They keep teasing that they're gonna do one after WrestleMania, where they're gonna do the draft again and all that. So they keep teasing it, but I don't like the brand
But
split.
my question is, do they actually have a brand split right now?
Well, technically, yes and no, depending on who's on what show and what storyline you're following. Because sometimes you see people on Raw, sometimes you see people on SmackDown, sometimes you see people on SmackDown that you see on Raw. So you can, like I said, you can say yes and no.
Wow.
But I'd rather just go ahead and split it. But the only drawback is if you do that, then you're really not going to see a lot of people on TV.
Of course you're not.
Because they're going to focus on the main stories or what the fans like or what's getting money. And if you focusing on that, then there ain't but so many stars you're going to see every week consistently. So maybe in a way it's a good thing because you'll see more people on TV. You know you're going to see your favorite superstars from SmackDown on SmackDown. And you see your favorite superstars on Raw. So I'm 50-50. See, I'm a split down the middle kind of guy. That you can see, y'all. You can see.
But yeah, so you giving the pay-per-view, back on topic so we can end this joker. So you giving it a 3.5.
3.5, yes. It's not going to be a total 5. No, it's got to be the bomb.
I wouldn't give it a 5. I'll give it a 4.
Oh, see, well, you're only a 0.5 above me. That's all, 0.5 above me.
Because the way the Roman Reigns match ended is what got me for the match. A lot of question marks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what they're going to do on SmackDown because they really didn't say much other than
right.
Cody Rhodes is challenging for the title.
Yeah, they didn't say too much on Raw last night on that on the Roman stuff because they saving up for Smack. That's a SmackDown story.
And what I think's going to happen with that is, I think they're going to build up that somehow they're going to integrate Sami Zayn and Kevin challenging for the titles at WrestleMania. And his match they're going to have at Elimination Chamber, they'll probably tie that into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot to it that makes me intrigued to see how what's going to happen with the Bloodline.
Yeah,
The Men's Royal Rumble definitely did it for me because I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan since he came back to WWE.
Oh God, Cody makes me sick. Can't stand Cody.
I just don't want him and Seth to have. I don't want another match. No more matches between them two. No more matches.
If one of them win the title, yes.
Well, of course I'm gonna have to fight if he wins the title.
Yeah, I think if one of them wins the title, I would see maybe SummerSlam. I can see SummerSlam. I wouldn't mind seeing that for SummerSlam. I wouldn't mind that. But that's 6 months down the road now.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
August.
Yeah, so I don't know. But it's a lot of intriguing stories in WWE right now. And wrapping this up, I just want to thank you guys for encouraging me to do this.
Now this was overdue.
Yes.
Because you were supposed to and you put a few videos up.
Mm-hmm.
But when I met you at the draft
right.
in Dallas,
mm-hmm.
we had a little thing that you were supposed to start your YouTube channel and all
I
that
tried to start it, and then it was just a disappointment of the season, and I didn't want to get on here every week talking about my team losing.
Well, Mad Dog, your boy Mad Dog, always talk about your team.
Yeah, and I hear everybody.
But this year, y'all had success. This year.
Yeah.
Y'all at least, Danny Dimes at least won his first playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a lot of positives this year. I would say for this season, I'm going home happy. Now, I already seen the schedule for next year.
Well, look at
Ooh-wee.
Well, if Jalen Hurts gets paid, that's going to be trouble for the Eagles.
So then I was looking at it just to give y'all a flavor.
You have the
flavor. We got to play the AFC East. We got to play the division, of course.
Oh, no, that's only the Super Bowl.
We got to play the division, of course. Then we play the NFC West. Then you got a Green Bay. I think we got to play Green Bay again.
Oh, yeah, because they're the
Then we got to play the Raiders. So I mean, it's some winnable games, but I'm like, if a lot of teams bounce back, I don't know. But I'm optimistic though. Like I said, we just
we could say that for another pod.
yeah. So you know, I'm gonna keep up with it this time, and hopefully I'll get some subscribers and some likes.
We're gonna get you those subscribers.
Get some likes and some subscribers and have some fun with it. Like I said, give me ideas, give Michael ideas, give us some ideas. If you guys, like I said, you guys want some input, this is a fan friendly, for the love of wrestling, for the love of football type channel. So you guys have any suggestions on what should I do? What can we talk about? Hopefully we can get to the point where we are live streaming and I can see the comments in real time. Hopefully one day
we definitely gonna be live.
We'll do call-in shows and all that. So just like Mark
and reaction to pay-per-view.
I'm promoting Mark's channel, but just like Mark's channel, we're trying to do big and better things over here on the Stinking Sports Entertainment Show.
With the stinking New York Giants fan.
With myself, the stinking New York Giants fan. But at the end of the day, guess what? My shit don't stink. All right, y'all. So,
and this is MAF Reactions.
Hit the like button.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Hulk Smash. I forgot which one. I think it's Hulk Smash for the like. And I don't know what it is for subscribe.
I always punch. I go
punch.
I punch on my
punch. Okay,
I punch on mine, but you could do something different.
I'm gonna say if you do your favorite wrestling move and like mine, you can RKO, you can stun, you can do the Hulk Hogan leg drop, you can do the Macho Man elbow, you can do the rock bottom, you can do the super kick, you can do the 1D or the 3D, whichever move you like. You can hit the like button, and then you can do whatever you want to do to the subscribe button. So please like my channel.
Like his channel up, subscribe.
Like it up, y'all. Like it up, y'all. Like it up, y'all. Because the more likes and the more comments and stuff I get, the better I feel doing this for you guys. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning into the first pod. Hope to see you guys real soon. And I mean real soon.
Yeah, because we got a lot in store for y'all.
Oh yeah, so we got SmackDown this week coming up, and
then we got Raw.
We got Raw again, then we got Elimination Chamber. So we got some storylines to follow. So, like I said, hit me up. Hit me up.
And that's a wrap.
Peace.